so this is the customer training video for VMS. We're going to start on the main page. By this time you should have everything else done. Grab the customer and say, hey, I'd like to show you how to use everything real quick. If you have any questions after this, feel free to call tech support number on this mouse pad here. So let's get started. Alright, this is the main page. First thing you want to pay attention to is this little toolbar at the top, and you'll see that this eyeball is highlighted. The eyeball means we're on live view right now. That's what's currently happening. First thing we'll want to notice is some of these camera names are gray and some of these camera names are red. The red means that the camera is currently recording, and the gray means that there's no movement, no motion. It's not recording anything at this time. If you want to go full screen on one of these cameras, you can either double click, or you can use this smaller little gray box that comes up in the right hand corner as well. And if you look here, it does the same thing. So either or. If you want to zoom in, once you've gone full screen, just use the wheel on your mouse, scroll forward to zoom in, back to zoom out. Once you start to scroll forward, you'll see this little picture-in-picture pop up in the bottom right-hand corner, and a green rectangle that gets smaller or larger as you zoom in and out. If you want to focus in on something particular, zoom in a little bit, grab that green box, and you can move it around inside of the smaller picture-in-picture and kind of manipulate it in that way to zoom in on what you want to see. Obviously, as you zoom in, it will pixelate a little bit, and the further you go, kind of the worse it gets. But anyway, when you're finished with that, just scroll all the way back out, and that picture-in-picture will disappear. You do have the option to zoom in on a particular area. Let's say we want to watch this chair and see what happens to this chair for a little while. You can zoom in and then go back up here and hit the exit full screen, and if you'll notice now, we're just looking at that chair. Now, just so you know, the camera will still record everything in the large image, just like this, but you can zoom in and kind of, if you just want to watch something, then you can do it that way. And obviously, you can still use the zoom function from the main screen page on each individual window. Just same deal, just use the mouse wheel, scroll forward to zoom in, back to zoom out. And you can also move the little green box, but it makes it a little harder to do when all these screens are up. So same thing, scroll all the way back out, zoom out, zoom out. If you have audio on a camera, let's find one. So like right here, if you have audio, you can either on this screen hit this little wave out button, or you can go in and the same button is there. So if we wave this out, now keep in mind that if I have this camera click to wave out and I go back to all the camera views, the sound will still come out from that camera. So I'll still hear what's going on in that room, but I can still look at the rest of the cameras until I click that button off. That's pretty much it for the live view. So we'll jump back to this toolbar, and we're going to go to the icon right next to the eyeball that looks like a little film strip. So we'll click that, and the layout should be the same as your live view. You should have all your camera names here. First thing you'll want to do is go down here to the date, select the date. Each day that has recorded footage will be blue on this little calendar, and the day that you're selecting will have the red rectangle around it. So we can go back in months. See right here, it's August. You can click the back arrow. Here's all of last month. So just for example, we'll go back to the 16th, put the red rectangle around it, and we'll hit the X. So now we're on the 16th. Down here at the bottom, you have these red bars, and then you have these numbers, which are your time increments. Go from 0 to 24 hours, and the red bar kind of gives you an idea of when there was motion on that camera. The cameras are only going to record when something's moving in front of them, not all the time, so it doesn't fill up the hard drive with nonsense. Okay, so let's see. Let's just pick a random camera. We'll select the Tech Fisheye. Probably a bad example. Well, yeah, this is a better example. We'll go here, camera 24. Okay, so if you'll notice, once I went to camera 24, these red bars kind of changed. So Go back here. The top bar is going to be whichever camera. It's going to default to the first camera when you go here, but the top bar is going to be whichever camera you're selecting, and the bottom bar is all the cameras on the layout combined. So we'll go to Tech Fisheye. You'll see the bar change to Tech Fisheye. Go out of full screen, go back to camera 24. Now it's on camera 24. So there's a lot of little blocks in here, and some stuff can be hard to see. If you want to zoom in on a time for smaller increments, like let's say it happens sometime between 7 and 8 o'clock, we can hover the mouse over that spot, zoom in with the wheel, and the further you go, you'll notice the time increments get smaller. So here's 6 to 7 to 8. I'm going to go a little further. So here it looks like it went down to 10-minute increments. And you can hover your mouse over the little red blocks to see, give you an idea of what motion was happening at that time. So let's go ahead and click a time right here. And once you've selected the time, you just hit the play button. That video will start to play. If there's audio on the camera, it'll go ahead and play it. A few things to keep in mind down here. You have a ×1 with a plus and a minus sign. The plus is to speed up the video, and the minus is to slow down the video. So you can go down as far as 1/8 of the speed to kind of zero in on what you're trying to catch, or you can kind of fast forward if you're not quite there yet. I'll say that the audio is not going to play unless you're at ×1 speed. So if you need to fast forward, it goes up further than ×4, but we don't recommend it because, as you notice, people kind of skip across the screen and you might miss what you're looking for. So ×4 is probably the highest I would recommend, but feel free to do whatever is best for you. Once you get closer on what you want to see, we'll go ahead and take it back down to ×1 speed. If you need to zoom in, you can do the same thing as live view. Use the wheel on your mouse, scroll forward, grab that little green box, kind of move it over to zero in, scroll back to zoom out. So for example, if you want to watch somebody who came from over here and see where they went in the building, you can leave this video playing, and if you exit full screen, it's going to play any other video that had motion at that time. So to point out, some of these boxes are gray, some of these boxes have a picture. That just means that the boxes that are gray, there was no motion on those cameras, so it's not recording at this time that it's playing at 7:27. And you can kind of use this to follow somebody through a building or a parking lot, or kind of see what happened, where they went, and what they did. When you're finished with that, you hit the pause, or if you want to go look at a different camera, you just hit the pause. Select any camera on the screen. Okay, so we've double clicked a camera that was gray. So we're going to zoom out these time increments a little bit, and we're going to see when did that camera record. Right here, all the way down at here, so you click that. Oh. Sometimes it takes a second. Let's go ahead and hit play. Bad example, but you get the idea. So now we're going to zoom out of these time increments. We're going to double click, exit full screen, and that's kind of it for the footage. We recommend that, for the first couple times you need to back up footage, we recommend that you call the tech support team and have them help you out just until you get the hang of it. But for this video's purposes, we'll go ahead and show you how to do the backup. There's a few ways you can do it, but the easiest way to really understand is, let's say we go to this camera, we want to see who came in the front door, or we have a person coming in the front door, if we need to back this footage up for training purposes or whatever. So you'll find the video that you want. Let's just say it was, we need the video from 11 to 12 o'clock. So you'll go in, you'll start at 11, and then you right click right there at 11 and hold the right button on the mouse and scroll all the way to 12. Once you get to 12, we'll let it go and a smaller menu will pop up. Easiest way for me to do it is to mark this never a cycle, and it's going to give you the option for the camera that you're focused in on, or the camera that you have full screen, or every single camera on the layout. So just for this example, we're going to use the camera that we have full screen. So we'll click focused camera, and you'll notice that has turned from red to green. So now that we've done that, let's just right click and highlight just a small section. Doesn't have to be the whole thing, just to get that menu back up again. And then we'll select backup. Give it a second for the window to pop up. Okay, so now we have here, it's giving me a date, all these different camera options. You'll want to click advanced settings and click never recycle events only. That's what we just did to cause that red bar to go green. So click OK, and you'll see now that there's only one camera that's listed, and it has 4 events. So if we just want that camera, obviously, because that's only one we mark never recycle, we'll hit this little box to uncheck that little box to uncheck everything, and we're only going to select the camera that we want with the 4 events. Okay, so click OK, and now we have the option to tell it where we want this to save to. So normally you'll have a flash drive, so I'll go ahead and put a flash drive in, and then we will find that flash drive with this little button. Okay. Oh, that's silly. We'll normally be on the DVR. I'm splash topped into the DVR, but you get the idea. So let's pretend that this video H is a flash drive. We're just going to select that. We're going to say, okay, that's where I want it to go. And this is what you want the folder's name to be. So let's say, you know, that this auto-generated name doesn't work for you. You won't be able to find it. You can say, okay, well, this is 132 entry. That's the camera name up here. As 716. And then you would click OK. Oh, okay. So no forward slash, just try period. Cool. Okay, so now it's saving to the H drive. Should tell you when it's finished. Okay, so it's telling you it's finished. This is where they're at. Let's go find them. Okay, so we went to the H drive, and you see now there's a whole nother folder here called 132 entry 716. There we go. We have this folder here, and what you'll want to find in this folder is easy view log right here. So let's double click that. Okay, so it brings up this little program that lets you see the camera footage. We're going to see 132 entry. We're going to drag it over to the first box, and it's kind of the same idea as VMS recorded footage. You have these little bars at the bottom, you have the date over here, and then you have the little red bars of when there was motion. This is the only block of footage that we saved, so this is, you know, all that we have. But let's just click it. Same thing, go down here and hit play. This particular program, I believe you have to double click. I don't think, yeah, the little box doesn't come up. So you can double click. Same deal though as live view or recorded footage on the DVR itself. Use the wheel on your mouse to scroll forward and zoom in, back to zoom out. Same deal, little green rectangle moves around the screen. And there you go. You can also go down to smaller increments on the time bar with the scroll wheel. And once you're finished with that, you can close it, you can upload it to Google Drive, you know, whatever. Just because we don't need it anymore, I'm going to go ahead and delete it from the DVR. Okay, so now it's gone, and that's pretty much it. So once you're once you're done with the recorded footage, you just click the eyeball again to highlight that eyeball, and we are back at the live view. Again, at the end of the demonstration, you want to tell the customer that, hey, you know, I know this is a lot to take in at one time, and you may not remember it all. Please feel free to call this tech support number on the mouse pad if you have any questions at all.